Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the rookie fifth-round pick. This is Tyler Algier. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The Falcons at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. That one is caught by Hunt and brought down. reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Browns.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go up the middle with Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Watson gets this one to Cooper, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Watson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Play fake, Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jordan Elliott busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Slide. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken inside his own 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The middle, it's Chubb. He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mariota. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
His pass caught at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, and the Falcons are back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 72 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 27, Mariota. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down, Mariota. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. Again, it's Mariota. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Third down, here's Algier. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Mariota.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku.
On the move past the 40.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout material. Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Chubb on the counter. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. To throw is Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw now. Mariota.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40.
Algier going straight ahead.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Mariota. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 30. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Taken from about the 12.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. First down, and they'll start with Algier.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Here's Algier again on second down.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Algier with another carry.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second and 9, Mariota. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
No time now.
Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Mariota on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
On second, here's Algier.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage, Mariota. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. Complete to Zacchaeus. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So after the conversion on fourth, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Throwing is Mariota.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
On fourth down, Mariota is off, and on comes Atlanta's Younghoe Koo.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cleveland, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah.